How are you? How are you feeling? Whatever is your state of mind, my prayers and best wishes so that you have a good rest of the day. Thank you so much for all the messages which you have sent it to me and your suggestions. Many of you have asked me to share what books I read and also a concept which I often discuss in the class, in my sessions, about the three types of books I read and I keep. So let me come to that. So, the three types of books which I see. One is, I call it flakes books. Flakes, as in snowflakes. It's light, it's beautiful, and it falls and it melts. So, these flakes books are those books which, if you're walking in the airport, you pick up the top five things, three things, one thing, kind of a book which is like to do's. And you read it and then you forget where it is. Or you may remember those three things also, but may not be for longer period. So it stays, it's like top things to do. So I call them flakes book. Now when snowflakes falls, it solidifies. So the next set of books is ice books. Ice books is things which is solid. This actually takes the learning from from experiences, research, often creates new things, new tools, techniques, processes, and much more research based, lot depth in those books. And I often have quite a few of the ice books with me as well, which I quite refer. The third kind of books are the water books, which has got so much of depth that you can dip anytime and pick up knowledge, wisdom, or whatever you want. From here, from this depth only, these ice books also emerge, and so maybe the flex book. So how is this three connected? How will you move from flex to ice to water books? One of the way is to get to see to the reference list. Towards the end of the book, there is reference, titles, helps taken. So these flex books often help us to go to the ice books, and the ice books often takes us to the water books. So, or more ice books. So always, and this is what I do when I read. I look also at the references to see which book, if I am taking a topic, I will go deeper and deeper into by moving from flakes to ice to water. So this way I pick up my books. I really do not have many or any flex book. I don't hold it. Even if I pick it up, I gift it away because space is limited. I do keep a lot of ice books, and the water books are not too many, according to me. You can add and share, if there are any water books or any ice books which is there, so that I can list them here. For me, I will share a few of the ice books and the water books which I consider to be them. Feel free to let me know, your thoughts on the concept of these books as well. So let me give you an example of ice book, the book or books which I often refer to. So one of the book is this Social Leader by Sudhanshu Palsule. Professor Sudhanshu Palsule, who I really look up to. I've learned a lot from him on many things. And he speaks about, this book is how to lead in the social age. So I will speak more about it in upcoming sessions, but today my focus is how to read book. So I will be using this book to see how you can just pick up a book and go forward. Another very good ice book, which I often recommend, is Immunity to Change by Robert Kagan and Lisa Lahaye. This book speaks about our human beings' innate nature of not changing. So we are immune to change. So he says that even if you know that you will die if you smoke, you still smoke. Out of 10, 7 people will continue smoking. So there's a natural immunity to change. We don't want to change. And they have shared very good ways of tools or techniques to walk through this change. If you really want to bring a behavior change, how can you bring it? So there is a 4-column approach they have given. There are a lot of examples in this book on how to do it. In my coaching program, as well as when I work with clients, I've used it multiple times, many times, and each time it has really worked. So thank you, Mr. Robert Kagan and Ms. Lahe. This book has really been very helpful. So let me recommend this book to all of you. If you're a coach and in your journey of being a better coach, do read this book, Immunity to Change. Let me now move to the water book. What does give you some examples of water book? As I mentioned, there is this Gita Bitan or Gita or Rumi's book are there for us to go deep and find out as much as possible. When I open any of the Gita Bitan written by Rabindranath Tagore, I read that book, I read that poem, and I find so much of what is in your mind. I can just connect with that. This was, there was a time, I'll just give a personal example. There was a time when I was feeling, not enough because someone else got the promotion. I did not. And I was just flipping through the different songs. It came there is one song called Amar Naiba Holo Pare Jawa, which means, so what if I am not able to reach the other side of the river? It says, Amar Naiba Holo Pare Jawa, যে হাওয়া তো চলতো তরি অঙ্গেতে সেই লাগাই হাওয়া নেই যদি বা জমলো পারি ঘাট আছে তো বসতে পারি আমার আশা তরি ডুবলো যদি দেখবো তোদের তরি পাওয়া. This is very interesting. What it says is, so what if I'm not able to go to the other side? I can sit in the bank and watch you all. And he says, whatever I have, হাতের কাছে কোলের কাছে যা আছে সে অনেক আছে. Whatever I have, it is enough for me. And he says, আমার সারা দিনের এই কিরে কাজ ওপার পানে কেঁদে চাওয়া. Is this what my work is? To see what others are getting or not getting and crying? It's not like that. So what if someone has got the promotion this time? But I will do my work. And that gives me a different feeling altogether. But from here, I'm bringing the self-coaching concept again. I told myself that I will promote myself every year. So what I did was, what is promotion? Getting a new designation. So I said, every year I will decide and give myself a new title. So one year I decided I will be a gardener. And I started learning about gardening. I set up my rooftop garden. I grow my own vegetables. And I see the world in a different way. In an earlier version, I showed you how I became a driver as well. So every year I started giving myself a promotion. So if you have not got the promotion this time, or if you have not received what you wanted to, know that it is just time, and you just have to focus on maybe it is not the time. So you focus on something which is more valuable right now, right then, and carry on. So we can learn from these water books a lot if you are reading and interacting with the book. So when you're reading or interacting with the book, your mind is working towards where you want to take it to. So keep reading, keep interpreting in your own language, and bring your own stories. I would love to hear your stories through email or WhatsApp. and I can share those stories with others also if you give me permission. So looking forward to interact with you more in the next week. See you till then. Happy reading.